Hey you guys, so I'm closing up for the night. I just did a few readings, and being out here, the majority of the readings that I did were actually just like little free one-card readings that gave people the chance to just pull from here and receive a message. And it's always interesting to see like the energies that you get from people that are visiting. It's not my typical clientele who comes to me and specifically to work with me for my specialties. So they're like, oh, are you real? And it's funny, I'm like, you see me, right? And when we're looking at the reasons why we do things, there should always be a greater reason than just to make money. When it comes to like your career and your specialties, there's something to be said for simply having your energy in certain spaces and simply being part of certain things. That if you're drawn there might be something for you. And one of the things that happened right when I was setting up, a local man who like I know, he's a man that I see on the streets, and I know he's a person that like will say all different kinds of things. You never really know like what he's gonna say or what he's gonna talk about when you see him, but what he said and what he spoke about when I saw him earlier when he was passing by is that fear is not love and love is not fear, and if you fear you can't love. And it's true. This is the main theme of the whole week that's been coming up, is that like for a lot of us, like our fears are constricting us, our fears are holding us back, and they're keeping us from being able to love ourselves and love others. Because if you're afraid of somebody and you feel that you have to protect yourself from them, then you really can't love them, because your heart is shielded. So it won't be open, because there feels that there's a threat there. That if I open myself to love this person, then they could hurt me, and I'm making myself vulnerable. And the healthy boundaries that is necessary for love to flourish is things that you can teach yourself if you don't already know them. If you don't already have those skills, they're skills that you can receive, and you can re-educate yourself. Just like you would educate a small child, you can educate yourself that way too, so that you create ways for yourself to be in the world and whatever spaces that you want to be in, so that you can be there and feel comfortable. And the self-talk that you tell yourself to reorient away from protection and from fear and from like fear-based responses that limit your expansion. And right now, the big energetic expansion that's happening right now, and the big split that's happening, is a split between poverty consciousness and abundance consciousness. Within poverty consciousness, nothing is ever enough. There is never enough. There's never enough. There's never enough money to pay the bills. There's never enough money to do anything extra. There's never enough time to have fun. There's always something else that has to happen. And it's a different consciousness from like hard work, being a hard worker, or like working smart, and like being committed and knowing that you have to do things. There's a way that flows in abundance consciousness, where it is enough, and it's okay. You take breaks when you need to, but you know how to work and how to keep going in order to stay in flow and to keep the energy flowing. Because the flow of currency, it's not about money, it's not about like coins and dollars, it's about the electrical currents and the water inside your own body. And there's so many different ways that these forces get shut down as we go through life, to the point that we start to learn to shut them down ourselves, because we find ways where they're not okay. And there's such a thing as quantum entanglement, where there's people that it's not necessarily that they hate you or that they're hating on you or that they don't want you to win, but that there's something within them that feels threatened and scared by your expansion, so that if you're entangled, if your energy is entangled with that person, that might unconsciously affect like what you choose to do and how you choose to move. So it's something to explore, which you can deal with these things through meditation, through prayer, through Reiki energy healing, heaven on earth Reiki energy healing that I teach, which is a very special style of Reiki that comes directly from your ancestors. You channel it from your own lineage. These are your ancient energy healing techniques that your ancestors have used throughout all of time, because that's why you'll never hear me teach Reiki as a Japanese holistic healing modality, because every culture has their own form of energy healing, and that's just one word and one language to describe it. But it's the oldest medicine, and this is why I don't really do readings, but I'm out here because I want to be in physical space with people. I need to socialize myself and be around people and be seen and show up and take up space, not just always here with you guys. I love it. But the reason why I don't typically do readings is because I really rather people be empowered to handle the things for themselves, because you'll find out the information within the reading, but it's only you that can actually do the energy work and the prayer and the spirit work to actually enforce outcomes and create outcomes from whatever you're made aware of within the reading. But it's a good entry point to start. But truthfully, I don't even use tarot cards to read for myself. I channel it, and to channel this is powerful. It works, and it's nothing wrong with using your imagination. You don't have to have proof of what you feel and what you know and what you intuitively sense. You don't have to have proof. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to know for sure. You can sense an impression and just feel into it and see what it gives you. So just a little quick message that I want to share with you guys before I leave up out of here. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, say mashallah, tell a friend to tell a friend, and stay tuned. Peace.